Hey everybody, nice to see you. This is not our usual spot. This is my kitchen. And I can tell you singing is not the only thing I do in my kitchen. Sometimes I do science experiments. So this is our first science experiment number 1. And the way we're going to do this is each day this week I'm going to show you a different science demonstration. Something cool that you can do with stuff that's just lying around your house. You might have to do a little collecting. And definitely ask your family, the grown-ups in your family, if it's okay to use the stuff you need to use for these experiments. And it's nice if you get them to help you too, because like this one's a little bit messy. That's why I'm in the kitchen. I'm right here over my sink, so that because this has water in it, and when it's going to spill water, and so I want to make sure the water gets caught in the sink. Or I could have gone outside and done it outside. So the way science works is that scientists do experiments, and then they change something about the experiment to see what happens. So that's what I'm going to do today, is I'm going to do this experiment, and then I'm going to change something about it to see what happens. And then you guys are going to get to do the same thing. You're going to get to do this experiment with what you have at your house, and then change something and see what happens. I think I showed you this one in the classroom, but I'm going to show it to you again here. And then one other thing you're going to do is you're going to write down what you do. You're going to make a piece of paper, and it's going to tell what you did, what you tried, and what happened when you tried it. So let's get started. For this, I'm going to need a cup. I have a small cup here. And I also need some kind of paper, and I'm pretty sure it needs to be something like paper. Like it can be paper or cardstock or an index card or a piece of cardboard. A piece of cardboard works really well because I've done this before. So I got a piece of cardboard right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little water in the cup. I put it up to about here. Not much. And I'll put the cardboard over the cup, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to let go of the cardboard. And it doesn't fall. It doesn't fall. That is so cool. I don't know if you can see that. Do you see that little bit of water sticking out right there? That's pretty important. That's amazing. It's just sitting there, floating there under the cup. Wow, and it's kind of wiggling around. Oh, it almost fell there, but it didn't. It didn't. It's still hanging in there. All right, now I'm going to let it go. Whoa, that's amazing. Okay, so that's the basic experiment. So what I would do is I would just write down on my paper, I tried the orange cup and a piece of cardboard, and it worked. But now I'm going to change something. But when you change something, you have to remember to change only one thing. I can't change the cup and the cardboard and the water. I can only change one, right? I put in this much water, I used this cup, and I used this piece of cardboard. If I'm going to put in more water, I have to keep this cup, I have to keep this cardboard. If I change cups, I have to put in about the same amount of water and keep using the cardboard. If I change the cardboard, I have to keep the cup, and I have to keep putting in about that much water. You can only change one thing, because if you change two things and it doesn't work, you don't know why. Like if I said, okay, I'm going to use this cup, and I'm going to fill it all the way with water, and then it doesn't work, well, what was it? Was it the cup or the water? I don't know, because I changed two things. So I can only change one thing. So I will change the cup. All right, so I'll take this cup, and I'll put a little bit of water in, and about the same. And I'll take my piece of cardboard. I'm going to use the dry side this time, not the wet side, because last time it was dry. I don't want to change it. Put it on there, turn it over, let go. It works. It works again. Whoop. All right. Now I can change something else. Let's see. We'll go back to that first cup, but we'll get rid of the cardboard. I've got here and something not nearly as stiff as the cardboard. I need to dry off my hands. Have a towel ready. All right, so this is not nearly as strong as the cardboard. This is a little index card, much more bendable. I'm going to keep the first cup, because if I don't, I'm changing two things. So let's put some water in there. And put the card on top. Flip it over. It works. It works. It's leaking more, but it does work. Whoa, I wasn't sure that was going to work. Okay, now, but look how used up this is. I wonder how much longer that would have worked. I bet if I'd kept it on there too long, it would have quit. But that would be changing another thing. Let's try with this. How about something really soft, a piece of newspaper? All right, so gotta have the same amount of water. Okay, put the newspaper on top. Turn it over. That one didn't work. That one didn't work at all. It just went straight down in there. And look at that poor newspaper. Too soft. All right, so you kind of get the idea. Now, I do have some other things. I have another cup I could try, and I did. I have a glass that I could try. And the one thing I didn't change is I didn't change how much water I put into it. Like, what if I just filled it all the way up with water? Really full, because that's really heavy. And then I took my cardboard. Not this one, it's wet. But I have another dry one right here. Would that work? Let's see. It's a lot of weight. Whoa! That's cool. The whole cup. Not the whole cup. You can see where the water is. It's like right there. It's a lot more water. And it works. All right. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to find some different kinds of cups, some different kinds of paper. Try to find some heavy stuff. You saw what happened with the newspaper. Talk to your family. They might have an old box you can use or know where they keep some stuff that's a little bit heavier, and you need a place where water can spill, because I spilled a lot of water. And write down what happened. So on my paper, I would have to write everything I tried, right? So I tried, first I tried the orange cup and the cardboard and a small amount of water, and it worked. And then I tried the bigger cup, the white cup, and the cardboard and the same amount of water, and it still worked. Then I went back to the orange cup and the same amount of water, but I tried an index card, and it worked. And then I tried the same cup and the same amount of water with the newspaper, and it did not work. And then I went back to the orange cup and I filled it with a lot more water, and I went back to the cardboard, tried it with the cardboard, and it did work. Right, so there you go. That's the kind of information I need from you, is what you tried and how did it work. All right, and get some help from your family for this one. All right, enjoy experimenting. All right, well, I wanted to explain to you what was going on with that experiment. How does the cardboard stay on the bottom of that cup? That's amazing. Now, if you don't want to know yet, if you want to think about it and try to figure it out first, then stop the video now and just do the experiment, try different things, and observe very closely and see if you can figure it out. But if you want to know how it stays up there, you can keep watching. If you're going to stop it, I just want to give you a clue. It has nothing to do with it sticking to the cup. It is not stuck to the cup. We know sometimes water makes things stick together. That's not what's happening here. It's not that. It's much more interesting than that. So if you don't want to know, if you want to think about it some more, pause the video now. All right, so here's what's going on. Inside the cup, we've put some water in there, but there's also some air in there. And when you hold the cup upside down, the water tries to fall out of the cup. But as soon as it starts trying to fall out of the cup, air tries to get in to take its place, right? You've got some air in there, and when the water starts to fall out of the cup, the air outside of the cup tries to get in there to take the water's place. It can't get in there to take the water's place, but as a result, it ends up pushing the cardboard or the paper up against the bottom of the cup as it's trying to get back in there. And so basically what happens is that as the water tries to drop, the air inside the cup has more space, and so that air gets thinner. And the air outside of the cup is more packed together, is more dense, and so that air is trying to get in the cup to fill in the empty space in the cup, and it ends up pushing the paper or the cardboard up against the bottom of the cup and holding up that water. The reason you can see a little rim of water around the edge is that's the amount of water that was able to fall out of the cup before the air pressure outside started holding the cardboard up against the cup. So it's pretty amazing how that works. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Just a reminder, make sure you turn in your work to me. Send your work to me and take a photo of it. Send it in a text message so I get to see it. Also remember, the best way to keep track of our lessons is to use the web page, and there's that address to the web page right there. And also you can click on the link in the description below this video, and that will take you to the web page also, and that has all the lessons listed in order. You can also click on the little picture of me below this video, and that will take you to the channel, and there's a playlist for the language arts videos, and there's a playlist for the math videos that has all the videos in there too. Have a great day.